General Eisenhower will, in my opinion, make the best president in these crucial years that lie ahead because he will give us honest and efficient government, and because he can take us further along the road to peace than any other living man. He can take us further along that road because with him as our president, we have a real opportunity to force the leaders of Russia to shift from their policy of world conquest to live and let live. Until such a shift takes place, progress towards peace will be faltering. Furthermore, we will have no solid solution to the problems that affect most directly our daily lives. The crushing taxes we are paying, the constantly increasing controls on our economy, the fact that 3.5 million of our young men and women are in our armed forces, with many of them fighting and dying in Korea, all of these are part of our failure so far to stop the drive of the Kremlin to force their tyrannical way of life on the rest of the world. There are those who believe that that drive can be halted only by another general world war. That's a bitter solution to our problems. World War III would cost us $1 billion a day, and we would count the casualties not in the thousands, but in the hundreds of thousands. There are those who believe that we're in for a long, long period of Cold War. This solution to our problems likewise appalls me and frightens me, because I do not know how long any Cold War will stay cold, nor how long we can take defense budgets of $60 billion annually without losing all our freedoms as a result of internal collapse. The only solution to our problem that makes the slightest sense to me is to wage the peace so vigorously that the leaders of Russia, present leaders or new leaders, will accept a live and let live philosophy. To bring about a shift in Russian policy without resorting to war, 3 conditions must be met. The Russian leaders must be convinced that they cannot conquer the world by military aggression, that is, by starting their Red Armies marching. Second, the leaders must be convinced that they cannot conquer the world by the more traditional method of inciting internal revolt within the free nations and by knocking off these nations one by one. Third, the Russian people must be convinced that America wants peace. These are the conditions that must be met, and Eisenhower can, I believe, contribute more toward meeting each one of them than anyone else. The Russian leaders fear and respect him because of the inspired leadership he gave to the armies of the United Nations in the invasion of Europe. I believe the election of General Eisenhower would put an end to any thoughts of Russian leaders about starting their Red Armies marching. Eisenhower's election would also dash the present high hopes of the Russian leaders that before too long they can again start knocking off the free nations one by one. They have every reason to believe that the whole free world would stick together and work together closely if Eisenhower were our president. Once they are convinced that they can no longer divide and conquer, a long step will have been taken toward creating conditions that will make real peace possible. Eisenhower can also make a most significant contribution toward persuading the Russian people that we want peace. They do not so believe today. They believe that we are warmongers and want to destroy them. If, in his acceptance speech when he's nominated, Eisenhower should speak in ringing terms of the desire of the American people for peace, that message, because it comes from him, will go over and under the Iron Curtain. When he is elected, if in his first speech as president, he reiterates that message of peace, it will be heard round the world, and it would make a sieve of that Iron Curtain. And believe me, if the Russian people are persuaded we want peace, and if the Russian leaders waver in their belief that they can either conquer us militarily or divide us, a shift in policy on the part of those leaders or new leaders may come sooner than you think, and we may have real peace.